Warning! I'm an old man that waxes nostalgia on gaming, seeing as how I've done it for as long as I can remember. There will most likely be spoilers for the games I list, and maybe some other ones as well as other examples. If you want to avoid that, or if you're uninterested in hearing me ramble and are just here for the music choice, there will be links provided for said music in the description of the video below. With that said, let's begin. Salutations! Searching for a Noah here, and welcome to my 30-day video game music challenge. This has been passed around on Twitter so many times, I figured like everybody's done it by now except me. I've seen a couple people do it like as one big video, but for me, I kind of want to wax nostalgia for a little bit and talk about like all my choices for these games. I will be doing a hard mode in no repeat games. Like I said, I've been in the warning. I've been gaming for so long, I figured I will add another restriction to myself. No repeat franchises. So, basically, if I pick something, say, I want to pick this thing from Mega Man X. I'm not allowed to choose anything from Mega Man Legends, Battle Network, Star Force, what have you. Like, the whole franchise is just lost to me after that. So I'll get, like... So, no repeat games, no repeat franchises, extra hard mode. So I thought, like, Because, again, I've been... Since I was single digits, I was been... Little as far back as I can remember, I've been gaming. Alright, so when you think, I guess day one of video game music, they gotta start with the title screen music. Gaming as long as I have, there had to have been, like, a lot of choices to choose from. But what's really, like... stands out among all of these? Like, which one do I remember most of? And it's not even like, I guess you could say fondness, but the music itself does not evoke like usually like music themes. You usually like pump you up and get you ready and get you started, or like lore of the story or whatever to get you like interested, or you just hear like a few notes and just be like, okay. For me personally, I don't think I've ever, like, felt not quite hype, not quite dread, but like an evoking of, like, what could possibly happen. Like, you know, trepidation almost in a way. And I'm glad to see a lot of people on the YouTube comments are reaching out to this and saying, like, hey, this game's really good. This game's really good. It doesn't deserve all the hate that it gets. I would be remiss if I didn't pick this first. Even knowing it's going to lock me out of all the others in the franchise for later picks, but throughout the entire franchise history, I don't think I've ever been struck by songs, except for maybe like for the PlayStation game, because I played that a lot. But what am I talking about? The title screen theme. Castlevania 64. Opposing Bloodlines. I got the name for that. Thank you to ActRaiser233 for what the name of it's called. That's the first link over there. It's like a 15-minute loop. And then the second one for like from Arturo Macias. That's the second link. I just decided to provide both if I can get like information or stuff like that. Like if I don't know what it's called or anything like that. Like the people have more information than me, and I believe in giving credit where credit's due. But yeah, I don't think I just sat there and like listened to it like over and over again. Like usually get like a theme and it's just like, okay, press start or whatever, or just like mash through. I feel like I almost thought Buck Bumble, but I'm like, that's the meme answer. And what do I even remember of Buck Bumble besides the theme song? Castlevania 64, on the other hand, for good or for bad, whatever intentions it was, it got that Legacy of Darkness expansion, which gave us 2 more characters to work with. So you had to play to like unlock the rest of Castlevania 64, which I thought was like, oh wow, when I did that the first time. And I'm someone who didn't really beat Castlevania 64. Legacy of Darkness, on the other hand, and then you get like the other mode where it's like you gotta save your... Oh, Henry. I'm like, wait, Henry from the... Oh, wow. That's like the first time I looked at Castlevania as more than just like an action-packed like whip, just side-scrolling or something like that. Like even the PlayStation 2 games were like didn't really capture like the horror and foreboding sense, because there's that whole thing of like, it's the first time with vampires you can be afflicted with vampirism and turn. And game over that way. I'm like, once you see Vampire Carrie Fernandez, you don't unsee that. And as far as intros go, the only thing that probably comes close to the N64 for me on that is another Konami game with Ganbare so Ganbare Goemon. But yeah, for me, if I want to start this, I can hit it out the park with Castlevania 64. Join me tomorrow when I talk about opening level music. Lots of choices there. What could I have possibly picked? Now again, since I picked Castlevania, that's done with my extra hard rule of no repeat franchises, and I'll keep that going throughout. So, with that said, take care, and thanks for listening.